I'm just putting a little disclaimer in here. I am still recovering from getting my tooth extracted, and I took antibiotics and it tore up my stomach. So I am not feeling the best right now. So I'm just gonna try to see if this will maybe be a quick day today. I mean, we do have some lows here. Market open was where? Right here. Market open was. So basically these lows are still valid. Thank you. I just don't feel good struggling to eat any food. Good morning. Good morning. We're just waiting until market opens. We have the high and the low of the daily, so let's mark that up. Just make sure we're correct. Yep. There's the low, like I said. There's the high so far. We can make this a lot smaller because that was from the other day. We could have a steady pullback to this area, but I mean, it's a long move. We could also just continue up. Good morning. I just explained this. I'm not sad. I just don't feel good. I am having a problem eating food. So after getting my tooth extracted, I got antibiotics. They overdosed me on the antibiotics, so it overwhelmed my system. And I lost weight that I couldn't afford to lose. So now it's very hard for me to eat. Even when I speak, my voice is shaky. So I'm trying to replenish myself. We got some sellers coming in here. So we could have a push to the downside. I took the weekend. I mean, the weekend was my day off. So I got my tooth pulled on Friday, right after the Zoom, which went great. I mean, it all came out in one piece. They were shocked by how great it was. It was just that cavity or that filling that that previous dentist did left openings to where it unfortunately rotted out underneath. So that happened when I was 14. I had no idea what was going on because the front end of it looked great and then the back end of it broke off. So with that, um, tooth removal was great. Antibiotics were not. They ended up giving me amoxicillin. I was weary on taking it, but they said that they didn't want infection. So I said, okay. And then they overdosed me on it. They gave me what you would give a 250-pound male. And I am 100 pounds. So I ended up taking 3 of these capsules over the course of 24 hours, and I had over 3,200 milligrams in my system, and it just demolished my stomach. So unnecessary injury from the medical field. It was ridiculous, but yep, they overdosed me on that. So now I'm currently weighing in at 98 pounds, and before on Friday I was 106. So I'm trying to recoup. I lost too much weight. That's basically my issue. My tooth is fine. Everything's fine there. Looks like market's opening. Kind of want to make this a quick day if we can. Yeah, shocker. I know. Oh, I'm using protein shakes, but they seem to like make me really jittery. I don't know why. Maybe it's too much protein. But I've been trying to do instant breakfast shakes. I've been working on eating eggs. I had ground meat yesterday, basically like a cheeseburger on sourdough. So I had a bunch of things to try and help with that. And it did good up until like 11 o'clock at last night. 11 o'clock last night, I was just like shaking until 1 o'clock in the morning. So I was up pretty late. I think we're gonna pull back down into at least this area. Is what I'm looking at. At least a pullback down here, as this looks like the last like previous zone. But we have a lot of sellers coming in. Or that pivot point. Oh, really? If you can private message me with that, that would be very helpful. So I want to see a break below here before I enter for a sell. I would want to see the break. This is my entry line, by the way, for those that are new. This is my entry line. A sell could potentially go down here. We went up all night long, so I'm looking for a pullback somewhere. And then we have a lot of sellers building up. Okay, thank you. I'm actually going to the vitamin shop today, so maybe it might be there. Get some liquid probiotics. I will do that. ChatGPT told me to get to the teenager one or the kids ones because it's more gentle with how my stomach is. So I guess that's what I'll get. I'll get the teenager one since that's basically how much I weigh. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh man, used to be there. Hopefully it's at this one, maybe. Never know. They always just randomly take stuff out. Yeah, we got sellers pushing in here. So we're just gonna patiently wait. Because they built up a ton of orders. If not, I'd be very surprised. However, we do have a buy signal from the indicator. Entry was right here at the break, basically. I don't know who you are, but no. One of you guys just messaged me on Telegram and said, smile more. You must be late to the party. Trust me, it's not that I don't want to smile. I just crazy, crazy pain in my gut and brain fog a little bit. Doesn't stop me from trading. What it does is just stops me from eating. While you're trying to concentrate. I know. I'm trying. Thank you. Good night. Yeah. Good night. I should have said that. Thank you for the reminder, Jasmine. Good night. I could see the weight loss in my eyes. That's disturbing. Not even concealer can cover that. Zoom doesn't seem to be working. Um, I just don't trust this buy. Got the quick $145. Who's- Who says that? I'm not gonna repeat the cursing part, but I don't know. Scalp $204. Congratulations. We were just going up so much that I figured we would have some type of pullback. Obviously, this is not valid anymore. We might go up and tap into that pivot point. Let's see where we go. The 1 minute chart looking like. Yeah, it could do that. Just want to recover what it did on Friday. I mean, that's pretty freaking high, but I wouldn't be shocked. All right. Yeah, don't enter the buy until you see a clear pullback. This is the one thing that everyone gets caught up in, is they will continue, they'll see it continuing and they're like, "Oh, I'll take a buy." Well, now we're at 939, 940. We all know 940 we have some sort of pullback that happens. 945 the pullback will either continue or it will switch back up and continue up for the rest of that candle. So now we're in kind of pullback zone. So definitely don't be getting in on any buys right now because it's not the time for it. That's another thing. Just like how the 5 minute candle has its pullbacks at 940, 945, it does a pullback. And this goes for every single hour, actually, around 1040 or 1140 or 940. We have some sort of pullback that happens. Like right here, start of a 5 minute candle. I figured we're going to pull back here. And you could leverage a little 5 minute candle hack if you want to, but wait, like catch that wick on the other side. That's that 15 minute orb we all love to hate now. I think everybody loves to hate it, and the reason why I don't like it right now is because of the time of year, because I think it works best in the winter months, but during the summer months, it's not as reliable as everybody makes it out to seem. I mean, on Friday, we would have never had a signal if we waited for the 15 minute opening range. Never would have had a signal. It actually would have hit everyone's stop loss. But luckily, we did the 5 minute candle hack instead, and we ended up catching a pretty big trade on Friday. So made the wick on the other side, most likely continue back up. So like a little pullback continuation action. But you have to be careful. Like if you caught by, be like right up here, down here. My daughter, if you hear her crying, she burned her hand on the stove this morning while I was cooking eggs. So she's upset because my husband has to like clean her hand if she has burns on it. So she keeps touching things around the house. And then I told her, I said, that's why you don't go to the stove and touch it. And she just did it anyway. And I was like, okay. If you're in, make sure you're trailing. I am out 1,500 across all 7 accounts. I'm done. I'm done for the day. 1,500. Nice little signal. This is all you're getting from me today. I'm, I'm done. I know I have to constantly tell my daughter the same thing because she loves cooking. And I'm like, please stay away from the stove. But nothing I can do about it. She's gonna be a girl. She's gonna want to cook. So she's gonna have to learn lessons. But there you go. 1,500 on all my Apex Live accounts. I'm done. I'm gonna go try and consume some food. And to be honest, I might just get off of here because I don't feel well. You call $500, I am happy. I'm so happy. Thank you. I know this is a very short Zoom. It was only like 20 minutes, but I wanted to get on here because I made a promise to you guys to do this. To get on here, do a little signal, but I won't be able to stay for the full hour. So thank you. Congratulations on $1,300. Congratulations on $694. You're welcome. Quick day, make your money, leave. And for most people, I just got that question. Okay, on my phone. One of you just said, you said if we don't feel good, why would we trade? As a beginner, you don't have, and this is no offense, you don't have the muscle memory yet. I am very experienced. I've been doing this for years. I have the muscle memory to take in okay, I don't feel good. Let's set this off to the side, but let's logically look at the market. And that's what I'm looking at, is let's logically look at the market. Let's logically come up with a good trade. I'm not letting my emotions of me feeling bad get involved. And once I start letting that happen, like I did now, I'm done. So I would suggest if you're a complete beginner, just watch the market. Don't trade that day. Trade on a demo, just so you know how you trade when you don't feel well. And I've been able to determine that over the years. So for me, it's not like the whole rules for thee, but not for me. But I've been doing this for so long, I know the difference. And I've also went to sleep many times at 3 o'clock in the morning due to taking care of babies, changing diapers, all that stuff. And I still got up and traded the next morning. So I tested myself in all these areas. But if you're not somebody that's typically going through a lot of hard times, don't test yourself on a trading day when you're not typically used to going through a hard day. Like when my husband gets sick, this is no offense to him, but the world is ending. He's not going to trade on that day. He's not. So don't force yourself to trade to make money because you don't feel good and you get sick like once or twice out of the year. You're having man colds are real. They are. I'm not discounting them at all. But if you're not used to being sick and it does hit you really hard, don't trade. So that's just my 2 cents for the day. We did hit that pivot point like I thought we would. I'm done. 1,500. I'm gonna go try and consume some food. Literally, I've had this sitting in front of me the whole time. I ate half of that sandwich. I'm gonna try and consume the rest of it. We're gonna see how I feel. I'm going to Vitamin Shop today to go pick up some Golden Seal and see if that helps instead of, because I used to take Golden Seal a couple years ago and it never bothered me. So I'm thinking Golden Seal as my new antibiotic and try and get down some more food because that's what I need. So thank you. Thank you for hopping on, everyone. It's going to be a quick, short day and I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully I feel much better tomorrow and we can stay on longer and chat.